warm greetings and namaste from India. I, Supriya Kumar Velan, welcome you all to this global talk show, Share Your Life Story Experience by Business Power Academy Netherlands. And this show inspires millions and zillions. Today, we have a very special intellectual gem of India and pride of India guest, Dr. Raja Rao Pagidipalli. Sir, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much for making me part of this wonderful program. And I thanks especially the team from Netherlands. You are doing a commendable job. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Well, before I take this lovely, inspiring journey to move on, let me tell about Dr. Raja Rao. Anyhow, he need not any introduction. He did not need any introduction in today's era, but still, as the norm goes. Dr. Raja Rao is a chairman, Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council of India, mentor of change, Niti Aayog, Government of India, Atal Innovation Mission, state chair at Global Human Rights Peace Foundation, president at Telangana Kalparish, director of operations at American International Education Federation, founder at World Peace Commission, and managing director at Times India TV. So this is not all, because if I will keep going on and on, I think this evening I am going to take fully in introducing Dr. Raja Rao. So let's start this brilliant, enthusiastic journey with our special guest, Dr. Raja Rao. Before I move to my journey, sir, today everybody knows you. You are everywhere. I must say the word omnipotent. When you're omnipresent, you are everywhere in all the social media where we can see you. How this lovely journey of your life started, and we all are very eager and enthusiastic to know that.
Thank you, Excellency, Dr. Supriya Kumar Velanji, because the way you have introduced me, it's really fantastic, because it's like a treat. It's a gift for me to join this program. Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. If I deserve it, truly, I'm humbled and honored. Thank you so much for the master. Then coming to my journey, really today I'm feeling it's a privilege and honor to speak about my journey, because the moment I invited, so I felt that all my achievements are really achievements, because I got recognized when I saw the invitation one week back. I felt that okay, there is someone who recognized my efforts. So my efforts towards world peace, my journey is for world peace. So I have been actively doing this work since 2016. Of course, before that I had a passion, but there are so many obstacles, family responsibilities and all. So anyway, there is one incident which ignited me since 2016, and I dedicated my life, or whatever it may be. I spent most of the time for my journey towards world peace, and I felt that I achieved a lot in this journey. So coming to share my journey, just let me say a few things about my earlier life. Actually, when I was young, I strongly committed to marry a girl whom I love most. So I wanted love marriage because I look a bit dark. So actually, my opinion at that time. So if there is a girl who likes me, so that it would be good. That was my thought when I was so young. So nearly I waited for that moment nearly 28 years. But I don't know the reasons. of course, I was good at communication, but I was properly not communicated in that aspect. So there was the biggest failure. So no regrets, because if God makes it, it happens. Otherwise, it won't. So anyway, but I had a good wife. That's a different story. But one of my dream in my life got shattered. Then second thing, I expected a family from my wife's side who will take care of my entire family. Just I want to earn money, and my wife and all they take my kids' responsibilities. So I will look after the world. So that's what my thought, because I don't want family responsibilities. When my children are younger, they should be under the control, under the guidance of my aunt and uncle, and my wife has to take care of my family. Just I have to earn the money, and I have to think of the world. It's my thought before I getting married. But what happened after marriage is the story is entirely reversed. So this dream also shattered. So I couldn't do anything except going with my life. So, uh, the family burden, I mean, it's not a burden. The journey with the family, kids, especially kids when they were so young, really, it gives a lot of stress. Of course, we enjoy the moments and all, but there are moments which will psychologically kill us, so psychologically torture us. Even in the beginning stage, if we don't have the support of elders, we cannot cope up with challenges with kids, because they are so delicate when they were very young. So anyway, I crossed that phase. I crossed that phase, but there are so many challenges anyway. So after these two biggest failures in my life, so I came to one conclusion. At least my dream, whatever I have in my mind, to contribute something towards the society, that has to be achieved. It's my biggest dream to contribute. So I started my journey in 2016. Of course, there are so many setbacks, many challenges, but anyway, I decided one fine day to start my journey. So in 2016, I officially launched the Telangana Kala Parishad by registering with the government of Telangana to promote culture and tradition for world peace. When I mentioned that quote, culture and tradition for world peace, there are so many people who laughed at me. I said that with this theme, I'm going to meet our Honorable Chief Minister in 1 year. So, of course, what will happen? The people, those who are attending the program, they laughed at me. What man, what you are saying? We are 10 years industry, 20 years industry. We couldn't meet our MLA even. You are saying that in the beginning day, you want to meet the chief minister through this campaign. It won't happen. That's what they said. But we worked very hard and we started campaigns, many cultural campaigns. From 2016 onwards, we did many cultural campaigns. In 2019, our dream come true when we received an invitation from the President of India. Our Honorable President, then Prime Minister Kovindji, has invited us to meet him. So it was because, of course, we have been doing our hard work, but when our hard work can be recognized, when people know that we are really working hard, that moment gives us so thrilling feeling. Really, the moment we received the invitation, there are so many media papers which published that news, and suddenly people started recognizing us. And such a way, we started our Telangana Kala Parishad with the World Peace campaign through cultural exchange programs, through by spreading the culture and traditions. So there is a concept why cultures can bring harmony among nations. That is a different subject. I will let you know in other topic. But there is a huge impact of cultures in bringing a peace. So our notion, our idea about cultures got recognized by our President of India. So after this, in 2020, actually in 2019, we were very happy. We wanted to stop all our works and we wanted to focus on my job and all. But you know what happened in 2020? There was a pandemic. There was a pandemic. So when we see the struggles of people, actually in India, there are 3 months or 4 months of exodus. The migrant workers were keep on walking on the roads for nearly 3 or 4 months. So after 1 or 3 days, even they were beaten by the police. There was so I wrote a letter to Home Minister of India, Amit Shah ji. Immediately in 3 or 4 days, I received a reply from government of India, Home Ministry, saying that they strictly inform to the police that they won't touch them, and they provide the necessary whatever they want, whatever they require by the migrant workers. So I felt that one letter, one communication, one letter has brought this much. And what if I was able to communicate with many people who were struggling in this pandemic? So I started communicating with the world leaders. Then I sent a letter to Georgia Prime Minister. In 15 days, I received a reply from the Prime Minister saying that they solved that problem and mentioning the details and all. Then I sent a letter to South Africa with a concept, world peace for the welfare and protection of vulnerable people. The title goes like this: World Peace Campaign for the welfare and protection of vulnerable people. So after the 10 or 15 days, again, I received a letter from the president of South Africa, that country president. So they also sent the measures they were taken by the government to protect these vulnerable people. Yes, our journey is going in the year 2020. Nearly we received the letters from 50 governments, presidents, and prime ministers, and the work they are doing towards the helping the vulnerable people. So my work is keep on reading the newspapers, searching the internet where the people are struggling, and sending the same communication to the governments. So nearly, I felt in 2021 actually we are going to end. That was the feeling because the pandemic is bringing shivers into our spines. So but when we see all this progress, it is going on, and they are also sending some appreciations. Thank you for bringing this into our notice and our consideration. Such a way I've started receiving messages. So nearly in 2020, I received letters from 50 nations, and I felt that really the concept which we started in 2016, world peace through cultural exchange. Yes, we felt very happy and we got some result. Such a way that when we started, then we did this all with the title World Peace Commission. We launched a website. Actually, when we went for a registration of the same, the government registered our second title, Vishwa Humanity United International Royal Council. So we continued our international services through that. So anyway, our World Peace campaign is going very happily, and we are feeling privileged and honored to help people who were suffering. And by partnering with many international organizations, we are doing our part in establishing the world peace. Thank you. Thank you for asking this wonderful question about our journey. Thank you so much.
Dr. Raja Rao, when I listen to your inspiring and insightful journey, I will say only one thing to you. You told me you failed 2 times, but I will say it was not at all a failure because fail itself says first attempt in learning. And we all know that you are a great learner with your hard work, dedication, perseverance, which we are seeing you today. You are such a great height of success. And people like me and so many people are taking a lot of inspiration from Dr. Raja Rao in such a small span of time, you can say, in this COVID period, where people are talking about disparity, negativity, and anxiety. Dr. Raja Rao proved this 2 years of COVID, and still he is making the best use of the time, making himself the best version. And I don't think so. There is a word called fail in his dictionary or in his life journey. So I will say you are the king from the beginning and you're doing a fantastic job in today's era. So you are the master blaster in all the field. And the work which you are doing today, when I see your Times India TV, and I have been over there past 2 times. So I felt a great honor and the work, the fabulous, the fantastic work which you, your team are doing day and night So it's incredible and it cannot be measured in any, you can say, any measuring things like a scale or whatever it is. So hats off to you for your stupendous journey. Keep going on, keep moving on. Thank you so much. My next question popping up in my mind is, when you started your journey and when today you have achieved such a great height of success, in your life journey, you must have faced a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties. So, how you have overcome that, and what has made you to stand in that period, in that critical time? We would love to know that.
Yes, there are so many challenges. Actually, still I am facing the challenges because spending because actually I'm a freelance obstacle trainer. I used to spend most of the time for teaching, and only whenever I get free time, then only I spend for social service activities. But actually, what happened after 2016 is I'm spending most of the time for societal activities and only least time about my family and earning and all these. So it gives us so many challenges. The first one, I lost all my friends in this journey. I lost all my relatives in this journey. Actually, when I turned back, even there is no one person except my family, my wife and my two kids, because I promised them if I do something for society, just I never ever bother you with my all these things, because I accommodate each and everything before I do something for society. So I do all my responsibilities at home, then I start doing here. That's what I have given a commitment. So the first challenge I faced is there is no one behind me, because before 2016 my life is different, because there are thousands of people. There are thousands of people. Actually, when we come for services, it's okay. Everyone will welcome. But when we dedicate our life for service, which means when we spend our life completely in the journey, because people don't accept it. So that is the problem. But once we get succeed and once we reach into next level, then they will come automatically. That is different. But the problem, the challenges that I face, there is no one behind me to pat my back and you can go ahead. I'll be with you. So that's what. Then I started training my kids. I started training my kids. This is our journey, because we are not living our life for not for our sake. Okay, we are going to help others, not just our neighbors, but our neighboring countries. So many people are going to get help. So you know what happened with that? My kids also started learning that. So even I was forced to start a global child mission in India to accommodate my kids, because they are doing their part to bring some awareness on child rights. So certainly there are challenges. There are challenges which will make us stop. But of course, we have a grit, we have a determination. The main determination is I had already my failures, because I felt that I have to achieve something. At least my aim and dream is in the coming days in history, at least there should be one page. One page should be written about who is Mr. Rajarao Pagidipalli of India. So I hope that someone in future, someone in future will write a story about my services, and that's enough. Because when my kids in their future days, if they search who is Rajarao Pagidipalli in Google, if they see some valid information, and if they feel they're proud of me, proud of my services, then I feel it's a good. So I have been facing challenges, and I will be facing challenges. I have faced challenges, but these are all nothing when we have our sight is on our aim and ambition. Because, for example, this interview, because I feel very happy, because all my struggles nothing here. Because when I'm being interviewed by some organization from Netherlands, and Dr. Supriya Kumarvel sitting here and asking me the questions, and it's a privilege, it's an honor. So really challenges are nothing, because whatever the field it may be not service, it may be not world peace campaign, it may be teaching, it may be software, or if you are a millionaire or billionaire, of course, there are challenges. There are challenges because if you are a human being, you have to face challenges. So that is what said God, so that we can become a gem or a diamond. Because when we cross all these hurdles, when we cross all these paths or all challenges, then we can become a gem or a diamond. So I invite all these challenges because they are making me like this. They are making me shine. They are making to be invited by you. So I feel it's an honor, and I'll fight all these challenges. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I must say that I don't have any words to appreciate you, because the way you said challenges, when we are human beings and we have all got this life. The life means to move on, to see your challenges into an opportunities. That's what I would like to tell my live viewers who are watching us today from all over the globe, across the globe. Dr. Raja Rao has turned his challenges into opportunities. And the golden line which he stated today is the thing which we have to move on at any cost. Whatever life, whatever busyness we are having, we have to move on, and that's what he has proved. And I think it's an inspiration for each and every viewer, lovely and lively audience, to get some inspiration and to move on in their life. How he is maintaining his work-life balance. That's really an incredible, I must say. I have seen your family life pictures, how you are maintaining your work, your social life, your personal life. That's really, it's in itself a great thing. So I must say, a beautiful, challenging person I have ever met in my life, who is taking challenges in a very nice manner. I have seen people who will get breakdown, when challenges come, they will just give up, or they will just broke down. No, nobody is not there in front of me who will just support me. But you take all challenges in a very positive manner, and that's most important thing in a life. A lively and a lovely person, Dr. Raja Rao. Yeah. So my next question, which I will say only one thing: when you are moving in your journey, have you ever found an awakening moment in your life? Yes, this is my awakening moment. I can say this.
Yes, there is one moment, that is in 2016, while I was watching the movie Sultan, that is a Salman Khan movie. So I happened to watch a movie many times. I don't know why, but I got connected with that movie because I felt that it was something like my story. Because in that movie, actually, he's a sultan who once ruled that kung fu world or boxing world. He was a champion. So in my life before 2007, before 2007, I was like just my boundless energy. I was with boundless energy. It was if I desire something, I can do it. But after 2007, I compromised with my life because I got married, have children, and I thought that my world is very small. So just I limited myself. I limited myself. I didn't see the world. Just I started living in a single room and somehow narrowed my life. No energy, nothing. Just I can't do anything. That's my notion. If I do something good for these two kids, that's enough. So such is my notion. So that's what the life is going on. It's boring life, but anyway, by seeing kids, we should not say that. So we have to live for them. So I was living in a narrow world till 2016. But before 2007, I have got so many achievements. I have got so many 2001 to 2007, so many achievements in my life. And people expected me that I would reach so many heights at the time by seeing all my achievements. So, but after 2007, I completely surrendered. I completely surrendered myself to life. I adapted, adjusted, compromised, and started living a narrowed life just for the sake of a survival. While watching a movie in 2016, Sultan, Sultan in the second part, that hero also, of course, he has a great flashback as a wrestler, but he was supposed to fight. Yes, the situation forced him to fight. When he was taken to his master, that master says that he's dead. He's a dead person. He's a dead person, that master says. So, but that friend asked him to at least give him one chance so that he could prove. So anyway, Salman was given a chance and he was given the ring to fight with an opponent. They both fight. So he almost lost the fight. At the time that master says that, I told him already he's a dead person. So in the last second, he turns back, that Salman, who was unable to fight, he turns back and he fights back. He fights back and he won that match. So really, he won that match with his old style, because these fighters are modern fighters. He has his own old style of fighting, but with that old style of fighting, he could win. He could win that fight. So then, after completion, after that fight, he went to his master and says that, I'm not a dead person. I'm not a dead person. मैं जिंदा हूँ. So that's what he says. So actually, before that fight, he stands in front of a mirror and he starts weeping. He starts crying like a kid. So that's what the scene. Whenever I see that scene, I feel it's me, because of course I didn't cry outside, but there are many times till 2016, there are many times I cried in my mind by sitting in front of a mirror. That's my feeling, because what I had dreamt of, what is happening in my life, where I'm going. So I narrowed my life. So that's what I'm thinking, and I was crying inside. So when I see that I resembled my life with him, so when he won it back, I felt that I could. When he could do with his old style of fighting, of course I have my own style of fighting, so I could do. So I need a banner. So I started Telangana Kala Parishad, and from when we launched that our Kala Parishad, we did a mega program that's called Ugadi Samaran. So first of all, we were invited by government of Telangana. He sent us an invitation. He sent us an invitation to come to Telangana Assembly. So I went to Telangana Secretariat. I went to Telangana Secretariat and I met him. So I felt it's a privilege, and I was invited by so many governors, chief ministers. So it's keep on going on. So whenever we do, we did one program for Kerala, for Kerala flood victims. So I was invited by Kerala Chief Minister Sri Pinarayi Vijayan sir. Then there are some other governors. Then Vice President of India, Sri Venkaiah Naidu garu at that time. Then finally in 2019, our president. So one moment, one incident, one scene in a movie that completely changed my life, that ignited me. So what I did is, I kept this as a ringtone for years. That Sultan ringtone from 2016 to 2020 till I meet our honorable president. I kept that ringtone because it gives me that energy. Whenever I lose that energy, it gives me that energy. So I felt really, truly for that film, because it inspired me, it ignited me, it reminded me of my strength, which I have years back. So I felt that everyone has that energy. The thing is, it's not only me, everyone has that energy, but we have barriers, boundaries, and so many, what do we call, frontiers. So we cannot come out from our circle. We cannot come out from circle because of all our responsibilities. But once we committed to our ambition, then we can balance these two. So I determined and I started my journey. Of course, there is so much of criticism. There is so much of criticism, so much of scolding, so much of warning, so much of threats. Even today, we get threats sometimes. So this is a part of journey, but we never ever stop our journey because we are doing good for the society. While in this journey, while we are helping some people, of course, some people will come and say that why you are doing this and that. All these things will happen. But when we have a great ambition in our mind, and when we have that awakening moment, because it ignites, so the ignition continues and our life is going on. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Superb and mind blowing. And Dr. Raja Rao, I reciprocate you the same. This movie Sultan, it has been rightly said. He said, no one can defeat you in your life. Only you can defeat your life. Nobody can't push you in your life. Only you can push up in your life. So really, this movie really proved a boon to so many people. And the way you took inspiration from Mr. Salman Khan, that's really an incredible one. That because of him, his movie, you made this ringtone for 2 years. That's really, really great thing. How you took motivation level high up and it got reflected in your work. So that's really a brilliant mind game. And I must say, the viewers who are watching us today, they should take this inspiration from you. How a normal person watched this movie, got inspired, ignited, and led his journey on the path of success. So success is to grow like water through a road of rocks. So I can say it 100% surety. So thank you so much for this inspiring, incredible, insightful journey. And I don't have any adjectives left in this inspiring talk show with Dr. Raja Rao. What a positive personality I have met in my life today. Until now, Dr. Raja Rao, I was not knowing about your ignition, sparking personality. So today only I came to know that you are a shining diamond. Yes, God bless you. Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
moving to my lovely and inspiring journey, my next question coming up. We always see you busy in your work. We always see you are traveling here, there. But still, being a human being, what you do in your leisure time, in your free time, your hobbies.
That's a great question. Actually, I'm searching for that time. Actually, I want that time. So I want that leisurely time, but I couldn't get it. But anyway, I'll make it because reading is my hobby. Of course, whether I have a leisure time or not, but I'll read. I'll buy books. I'll buy books, but I don't read books. These days, because of PDFs, because we install books in PDF and mobile, but still, wherever I visit a book fair, I'll buy books. It's my hobby. But the thing is, I read books from my mobile, especially on international files, especially for the oppressed people. So I'll look for the people, those who are oppressed worldwide, globally. I keep on doing my side because, for example, if you see the Russia and Ukraine war, I sent nearly 5 or 6 petitions to the government. I received 2 replies. And still it is going on. Still it is going. Hope I can win in them. I don't say that I am making peace between Russia and Ukraine because no one can do that because they themselves. But I am doing my part. I am doing my part in establishing peace between Russia and Ukraine. So I got 2 responses from that Russian government in our communication. Still I am doing that. Still I am doing. So I'll do that. So I can do all this because of I read. Because I learned a lot earlier. Now I am unlearning all these because my mind is not able to store so much of data because when we were young, we were so much avaricious. So voracious to read and grab everything and keep it in the mind. So now we are one side unlearning and one side relearning and knowing the things, what is happening around us and trying to do something to redeem people from the clutches of oppression. So I am by the side of people, those who are oppressed. So because the people, those who are in power, they will do that. So as God has given a gift to voice it out. So I'm doing my best. So I can do all these because of my hobby of reading. So whenever I have a free time, I open my mobile, just I check the internet and I will see what is happening and I will see the burning issues and I will see whether I can do, whether I can contribute anything. At least I will communicate something. I will communicate something on that issue. So whether it can be succeeded or not, but I will do it. So as a reading is my hobby, reading is my weapon. So because of this reading, I have prepared so many stories. Actually, my hobby, my main one more goal is to write books, other books. I'll do that. I have done already 2 books, and I'll do so many more. I will do many more because I have so many insight to put it in a paper and bring it for society. So in future when you search Google Rajarao Pagidipalli, there should be some books. He's an eminent author. He authored so and so books. Through these books, we get this information. So such a way, I want to present my ideas. So thank you for this question because of my hobby of reading, and I am doing all these. Thank you so much.
Superb. And I must say that this hobby, everybody should inculcate this hobby. Reading. When you read, you get a lot of knowledge and you get inculcate with those knowledge which you have not even imagined in your life. And the best example I can say, my guest, Dr. Raja Rao, he is reading a lot, and because of his utter knowledge, today he is in a position to solve the fight between or give the valuable suggestions to the government of how to resolve the issues between Ukraine and Russia. And that's really an incredible solution, which we can't find it. So I must appreciate, I must motivate people to read, and inculcate in your personality a lot of wisdom, a lot of valuable knowledge. Be an internet savvy, learn good things rather than thinking internet is a boon or a bane. So fix it in a very positive manner. That's what the message I'm getting from Dr. Raja Rao. It's really great. Thank you so much for your great hobbies, and we are going to read it. At least I will start now reading, because I also say I don't have time to read, but still you have inspired me today. So that's really great. Dr. Raja Rao, this journey is going fabulous, but I have to see my time constraint also. Still, I don't want to end this journey because I'm getting lot of wisdoms which I want to inculcate in my knowledge too. But still, I have to ask my last but not the least question. My last question, or you can say, what message would you like to give to our lovely, lively, and live audience?
Yes, my message is actually some people they say that I'm a timid person. I'm not. They say that I'm a timid person, chicken-hearted person. I fear to everything. People say that. So even my family members also say that. But of course, that's a fact. I'm afraid of the things. That's a fact. But I'm afraid of small things because my enemy should not be an unknown person. If some unknown person comes and fights, I don't fight. I request him, please go on your way. So if small people come and fight with me, I don't fight. So my opponent should be a great person. If I have to fight with our Prime Minister, if I have to fight with the Supreme Court on behalf of people, from people's side, for their rights, I will fight. If it is with government, I will fight. If it is with police department, I will fight. If it is CBI, I will fight. If any whatever the powerful in this world, I can fight. Because I think that our opponent should be in a such because even if we lose from their hands, still it is a respect. It's an honor to us. So if you see, I fight with governments with the Right to Information Act. I have received more than 100 letters from governments as an answer to my petitions. Because I always send petitions whenever some problems was, for example, price rise. I asked n number of times about price rise because nowadays vulnerable people are unable to live. So I put my opponents. Of course, they may not be our opponents, but as we are fighting, it looks like that. But we are requesting our government. We are fighting for the rights on behalf of downtrodden people with the governments. So I got so many answers, but people don't see the side. But people, whoever see the side, they say that how brave you are, how dare you are, and what are the guts you have. And there are some other people who say, yeah, you afraid to this person, that person. So there are two sides. There are two sides. So whatever the side people it may take, but our target should be like, if you see the movie Avatar, because I was impressed to take big targets, big targets. So if you see the movie Avatar, in that hero was boycotted by each and everyone, including that heroine. Okay, he was in exile. So at the time, he won the Torquemecto. The Torquemecto is the goddess of the tribe. So actually, what happens? The people, those whoever boycotted him, they welcomed him in the end because he won. He won Torquemecto, who was that bird was worshipped by those people, those tribal people. So what I mean to say is, when we can conquer high goals, high ambitions, high targets, so automatically the remaining will come and join us. So actually, with this Torquemecto formula, I started communicating with the prime ministers. I started communicating with the presidents. I request them, I beg them to help the people. So when I say I fight, I never ever fight like this, then that, because we have been given certain rights. So with the rights, we request governments and we send petitions on behalf of people. And if we win, there are millions of people who get benefit. So my message is aim high. If you see in that movie Avatar, the hero was welcomed by all the people who boycotted him. So even today, actually, I was the biggest failure person if I was not invited by President of India in 2019. I was utter failure. Because once I was appreciated by our Honorable President, then there are many people who approached me saying that, okay, whatever you said, culture and tradition for the world peace, that is great. That is a great notion, great idea. Actually, that was already there. But I have taken it from a book and I started propagating it. That's all. So then our World Peace Commission, then when I received 3 letters from UK government, 2 from Boris Johnson and 1 from Theresa May. So as we start going our journey, so these will come, because we should not do anything for appreciations, but as we are working hard, all will come. But the thing is, aim higher. In the beginning, it seems to be ridiculous, but once you win, then you can taste that joy. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I must say, this journey and this message which you have given to everyone, I think across the world, you have been watched today for a lovely show, incredible journey. And the message which you said, aim high. Even if you don't get anything, just aim high and dart forward in your mission. You will achieve something, and that is the best gift of God can give you. So, Dr. Raja Rao, thank you so much from the bottom core of my heart today. You have given an inspirational, igniting, sparking, fantabulous journey today. We all are supercharged, We all were in a Sunday gloomy mood. We were all resting and lazy. But after watching this show, I'm sure the live viewers, the audience are going to be supercharged. And when they wake up tomorrow morning, basically Monday morning is a blue morning. But now they will say, yes, we are all charged because we saw the interview of Dr. Raja Rao and we are supercharged. So thank you so much. Once again, you came out.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much for your beautiful words, for your beautiful introduction and your beautiful interpretation. And please convey my regards and thanks to your team from
Thank you
in
so much.
Netherlands. Really, it's a beautiful program because it gives us encouragement. Because in our journey, these encouragements will give us boost, strength, and a spirit of ignition, and we'll go further with your encouragement. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, my lovely viewers, audience, who are constantly and consistently supporting us, loving us, motivating us. And I will say only one thing: stay supercharged, stay happy, stay positive. As Dr. Radha Rao has said today, follow his footsteps and be a successful entrepreneur like him. Good night, everybody from India.